everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully all of you are on a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world, and welcome to yet another transfer video for you guys this evening. Of course, we will be talking about the main topics in terms of Liverpool and transfers at the minute, and that is, of course, Darwin Núñez. We'll be having all the latest information and all little bits and pieces to know about the Darwin Núñez situation at the moment. And of course, we'll be speaking about Liverpool offering £6 million to try and sign Calvin Ramsay as well from Aberdeen as well. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how all of you are in the comment section down below. Let me know, you're confident, you're happy about Darwin Núñez, you're happy about Calvin Ramsay. Let me know your overall thoughts in the comment section down below, and just let me know how you all are on this fine Saturday evening anyway. Chris is in saying, evening mate, I hope you're well. I'm doing fantastic, thank you mate. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day as well. And of course, we'll have other news throughout, the weeks and the days as well. The days and the weeks anyway, with other bits of transfer news as well. Don't be surprised if there is going to be more stories coming out over the next, what are we in? We're in, the beginning of June practically. And the transfer window doesn't shut until, of course, September anyway. But if I should say this before we start the show anyway. But of course, if you could, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It helps out the channel. We are 8 subscribers away now from 600 subscribers. So if you guys want to, please hit that subscribe button. I very much appreciate it. Hopefully we can get there now in the next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get there, and fingers crossed anyway. But if you could help, it would be appreciated as well anyway. But apart from my bad chesty cough, crusty cough, which I had for a week, I'm okay. Chris, don't worry, man. I was in the same boat as you the past week, but hopefully you're doing fantastic, mate. Hopefully you get well soon. Anyway, Andrew's in as well, saying hello, lad. I can jump on it with you. Sorry, Andrew, it's just me tonight. No other people on tonight. But would love to have you on another time. Anyway, but of course, that's all. Let's talk then about Liverpool offer Calvin Ramsay. Calvin Ramsay offer. And look, I know pretty much everyone straight away wants to get on with the Darwin Núñez first as well, but there is different Liverpool news than Darwin Núñez at the present moment in time. Even though, to be fair, Darwin Núñez is the main topic of everything, I would say at the minute anyway. But we do have an update on Calvin Ramsay to Liverpool. Comes from Anthony Joseph anyway. I believe he's a Scottish. Well, you can see on the right hand side anyway what he is, but you can see reports of Sky Sports and so on. But he says, update: Liverpool have made their approach for Aberdeen right back Calvin Ramsay. It's understood an eternal fee of £4 million is being discussed, with add-ons that could see the total figure raised to around £6 million. Anything over £3 million would be a record for the Dons, which of course, winning the Scottish Young Player of the Year award, which was fantastic. Of course, Liverpool are going after the next generation at the minute. It goes with the likes of course, Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho as well. At the minute, Darwin Núñez, and we've all seen over the last couple of years, Ibu Konate, for example. We're going after the next youth, push. Then I would say, of course, he's going to be playing at a right back position, which of course at the minute is covered by Trent Alexander-Arnold, which we all know he's the best out there at the minute, isn't he? But to be back up, I think this is like another Costa Simica situation where, look, Andy Robertson isn't going to get dropped. Same with Trent. Trent isn't going to get dropped whatsoever. But we look at Liverpool, especially games early on in the previous season. You look at that game at Manchester City at Anfield. James Milner was put at right back. If we'd had like another Costa Simicas on that right side, could easily go in. Of course, Neco Williams coming back from his loan spell, but you'd think he'd want to go on a permanent to Fulham or somewhere else to have first team football. He's experienced that now. He'll not want to lose that, and of course he knows at Liverpool he's not going to get first team football. And I think, with the World Cup year as well, you'll want to be playing regular football as well. But Calvin Ramsay, the £6 million costs £4 million up front and £2 million in add-ons by the looks of things. Anyway, for me, I think it's a great signing. You look at the numbers in particular. I think you look at, we need someone that's like similar to Trent, that has very good ball delivery. That's the way we play our football. We use our fullbacks. Kostas Tsimikas, when he has played for Liverpool, has been phenomenal. And hopefully, Calvin Ramsay can be that. Of course, we've all seen that Liverpool, us. Leicester have been interested in Ramsay as well. Even Spurs, I think, were interested before they're going after Spence, the right back that's been at Nottingham Forest the previous season. But for me, guys, I would like the transfer to happen. Not seeing, of course, I'm not watching every single week, but looking at the number side of it, it does look like it is, pretty much a very good transfer. And for £6 million, if we can get £10 million for Neco Williams as well, I think that would be brilliant as well. But the guys, let me know your thoughts anyway in the comment section down below. Like I said, I know absolutely nothing about Ramsay other than the tweets I see. No, exactly, and that's the thing. Look, I'm not from speaking to Doug and to speaking to John as well in the chat. They very much highly rate him, and when you do look at the numbers do say that he, I think he offers like 6 or 7 crosses into the box per 90. I think it's like 3 or 4 big chances created from those crosses as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Jurgen uses him as well, depending on, if it's will Calvin Ramsay just be for the cup games this season? Will he come in for 1 or 2 Premier League games? It will be interesting. But I think to have someone there for Trent, as cover, I think allows Trent then, potentially to go full on in games. Can have the rest now and then go on again. Because of course it's either him, Joe Gomez as well, covering at right back, and James Milner. But I think if we had someone that's similar to Trent, then it's easier then for everyone else, isn't it, to have someone in like that, like I said, like another Kostas, having him in anyway. I know absolutely nothing about Ramsay other than tweets I see. Ramsay will be Neco's replacement. I will play some of the cup games as well. Makendo was in and get very good stats this year given his age range. It was his first professional career season, I want to say, and the numbers were pretty good, wasn't they? Chris also says hopefully he can be our Tsimikas at right back, keep Trent on his toes. Absolutely. Niles is in as well. Hello, Niall. Hopefully on a fantastic day, my friend. John's in as well, saying big up Connor, mate. You cheating bastard. Thank you very much for that, John. I think Ramsay, Tsimikas are the future fullbacks. Also, Núñez isn't part of the Uruguayan team tonight. Tonight, him is his agent traveling to Liverpool. Yeah, we will get onto that as well. That's what we want, competition in every position, says Chris. Absolutely. And John says he's brilliant. Brilliant wee player, very much like Trent Alexander-Arnold, brilliant at free kicks as well, which is exactly what we've needed. We've needed someone, and don't get me wrong, Neco Williams, he is a decent player. Is he a Liverpool challenging, top position player? No, he's not. He's done phenomenal in the Championship with, that Fulham team that, battered the Championship, towards the end. But can he do it in the Premier League? I think he might go to Fulham. I think Fulham, of course, there's conversations with Taki Minamino as well. They could definitely go after, Neco on a more full-time basis as well. Because when you look at it, for the price tag that Liverpool are offering as well, 10 million, don't think there's many people on the level of, pushing that highly, then I would say that they could get for that price, £10 million for a homegrown talent. To be fair, I think it's a very good deal. Liverpool could easily ask for 15-20 million for Neco Williams, but 10 million I think is a pretty much fair deal anyway. And plus, Liverpool and Fulham have a very good relationship, due to, of course, Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho as well, and all that good stuff as well. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know, are you happy with Calvin Ramsay? The deal's not done, don't get me wrong, but £6 million is on the table at the minute, and I think Aberdeen will accept it in the coming days as well. But let's get to your comments before I do move on. Anyway, of course, to Darwin Núñez, a position. He's brilliant wee player. Trent. Jack said set piece specialist. But by the looks of it, yeah, he is. I think John will answer that in the chat. But looking at it, yeah, he is very good at dead ball situations. So, again, very fantastic. Liverpool have another dead ball specialist. I like Neco Williams, but it's best for him to leave. Exactly. I would agree with that absolutely. As well, good question. Would anyone take Ward-Prowse, who is in very good set piece specialist? For me, no. I don't think he offers anything in the midfield. Personally, I think dead ball, yeah, if you're looking at that type of thing, but Ward-Prowse for me, no, not in a Liverpool midfield. He really is a set piece specialist. Jack says John. No, there we go. Ramsay and Gomez out. Joe Gomez isn't going anywhere, Anthony. Hello, by the way. But no, Joe Gomez is not going anywhere whatsoever. Joe Gomez will be getting a new contract this summer. I would have thought. Anyway, no, Gomez is staying, says Chris. Yep, I would absolutely agree with you. Good, John, as well, says Jack. If Klopp wants Ramsay, that's good enough for me. Exactly. It seems to be exactly that, isn't it? It always seems to be whenever Liverpool, whenever we see a person's like, as long as Klopp wants him, we're all happy. And look, Jurgen Klopp knows 10 times more football than all of us as well. Well, to be fair as well. Ian as well. Hello, Ian. I think we read that out a couple of nights ago as well. But guys, fantastic story there in the comments as well. For them to get promoted. What is it? 3 promotions is absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Ian, for commenting. I want Gomez to stay too, says Chris. Yeah, I think Gomez and Konate. I think if Gomez can get some, if he can stay fit, which he has done this season, I think probably maybe once or twice. I think he'll definitely him and Konate the future of the centre back pairings. Anyway, Edwards leaves and Ward's Nick John Henry's wallet. No, he's holding him ransom. You must spend money nowadays anyway. But of course, let's get on then, of course, to, I'm guessing what all of you were here for, and that is, of course, Darwin Núñez deal getting closer and closer. Now, I know Chris is already going to go mental in the chat anyway, but the reliable Fabrizio Romano, Chris is going to go mental at this anyway, but Fabrizio Romano, earlier on today, saying Liverpool are now closing on Darwin Núñez deal. Here we go. Meeting in the morning with verbal agreement in place between Liverpool and Benfica, just waiting to sign 80 million euros plus 20 million euros add-on fee. Liverpool are preparing paperwork, 5-year contract already agreed, which we already knew about. Of course, Liverpool, we just went straight in. We didn't want a bidding war with Manchester United. We knew what we wanted, and that is exactly what we wanted. But, and I will say a big but, and I know Chris is going to go mental here. Of course, we've all been waiting all day, I would say, for the news from the likes of James Pearce, Paul Joyce, and others as well. But Paul Joyce did have some something to say about the overall deal anyway, and this is what, and I was also followed up as well by Dominic King as well. But Dominic King does go on to say Liverpool getting closer to securing deal for Darwin Núñez. Julian Ward is in Lisbon for more negotiations. Once the structure of the deal and the fee is agreed, things should progress quickly. Now, a few of you have already mentioned in the chat as well that Darwin Núñez isn't in the Uruguay international squad tonight. He is on his way to Liverpool as we know of anyway. He is flying. I know that people on Twitter have been tracking planes all day, but by the looks of things, of course, Paul Joyce has now come out and said that Liverpool and Benfica are £8 million apart. Supposedly, Liverpool want around £60 million instead of the rumoured, £68 million, which of course was the 80 million euros. But it does seem that by the looks of things, both of them will meet in the middle. I think around 65 million pounds will be, set upon it anyway. So it might be less than the 100 million euros that has been predicted all day long anyway. But as you can see on the screen anyway, if I quickly get it back up as well, so I've got Dominic King's thing still up as well, but Paul Joyce as well also confirming the news about about Julian Ward being in Portugal anyway. Says Julian Ward, Liverpool's director of football in Portugal, and tried to close the deal for Darwin Núñez, which of course is big news. But for me, guys, let me know your thoughts anyway. Liverpool trying to get the deal down a little bit. Of course, Benfica wanting, of course, that 100 million euros. Of course, the 17 million will be in add-ons. I think that's now pretty much guaranteed and confirmed. But Liverpool and Benfica are at the moment £8 million away from agreeing the deal altogether and getting it signed anyway. Because I think as far as of recording right now, nothing else has come out about it anyway. But Fabrizio Romano as well, we'll bring Fabrizio's tweet up as well about Darwin Núñez as well leaving. Of course, Uruguay confirmed that Darwin Núñez has been left out of the team for tonight's game. No risk, as he's set to complete his move to Liverpool in the next days. Darwin and his agent are planning to travel to England after verbal agreement between Liverpool and Benfica. Now, of course, you can all take it. For me, guys, Fabrizio Romano, he is up there. I know people say he's a tapping merchant, but he is up there. One of the most reliable people. But of course, Paul Joyce, James Pearce. If you guys, if we're not live or anything and want to know the news straight away, they are the guys that are the most reliable to the deal. Of course, I think the deal now will get done on Monday. There won't be anything between now and tomorrow. I would say I think everything now will get done all on Monday, and it probably will be announced Monday afternoon or even Monday evening, I would say. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts in the chat down below. I know Chris has already got mental in the chat down below. I haven't seen anything yet, but I will read all of your comments. Anyway, Edwards leaves and Nick's John Henry's wallet. Dave is in as well. Hello, Dave. Monday, baby. Hello, Dave. Hopefully on a fantastic day, my friend. Yeah, Monday. I think the deal now will get confirmed and done. Data says Ritio is normally spot on. Núñez will sign soon. Exactly. And look, these things take time. We've always said that ever since this deal's been linked and rumored and so on, it will take time. It won't happen. It's not like transfer deadline day where everything has to be done within a 12-hour window or something like that. Of course, Liverpool will want to negotiate a little bit off of it if they can. Of course, Benfica will want what they want, but of course both teams Liverpool have just straight away gone in there, and Benfica have practically accepted everything so far verbally. Of course, nothing is signed yet, but of course, the whole Twitter community, was going mental, wasn't we? Was it Thursday when Manchester United, apparently Eric Ten Hag had flown out to Portugal to try and hijack the move, and so on. And Darwin Núñez practically told them to bugger off. I don't want Manchester United. I want Liverpool Football Club, and that's for me the type of player you want. Of course, it was just on Jay Phillips' channel as well. Thank you to him for having me on as well. Sorry, I had to leave early as well on that if he is watching. But for me, I want that type of player. I want that player that wants, just purely Liverpool Football Club. He would have had offers elsewhere. Atletico Madrid as well were also knocking about as well. Him, Joe Felix probably know each other as well and would have, communicated with one another. But for me, I think, look, Liverpool was his #1 target. Liverpool wanted Darwin Núñez all summer long. By the looks of things, Jurgen Klopp speaking about him as well. And the fact he's just, said no to everyone else. He wants Liverpool Football Club. That's the player that I want at Liverpool, that just wants solely Liverpool. and will fight for Liverpool as well. And that's, it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. Of course, pre-season starts a month tomorrow, so it will be interesting to see what happens. Of course, he will be coming to training for Liverpool on the 2nd of July, but of course, the first game is a month tomorrow as well. So I am very, very, very much looking forward to it. Anyway, Dave, you never know. It might surprise us tomorrow. It'll be surprised, but I think it will be Monday, to be awfully honest with you, Andrew. Reliable bit made me laugh. He is reliable, Chris. You can't say he's not. Big up Dave, mate, as well. Says John, guessing Núñez takes the number 24 shirt this season, maybe number 9 next season if Bobby stays. Yeah, well, that's something that'll be discussed in a minute, won't it? Whether or not, of course, Bobby, I think, he's already been moved once, hasn't he, from number 11 to number 9. But yeah, I think next season might be number 9 for Núñez, not this season anyway. But Dave is saying, all right, lads, as well. Hopefully having a fantastic night, Dave, anyway. Fernando Torres vibes Núñez is giving me. Yep, he's very, very exciting, isn't he? I think the deal is more or less done now with Núñez on his way to Liverpool. Exactly. I think it is done and dusted now. As long as medicals go okay, I think Darwin Núñez is a Liverpool player, of course, and it's very, very exciting. I'm already confident we're signing him already. Did a video saying we signed him. Imagine if it's another. Why have you mentioned that, Chris? Why have you mentioned that? I think we have enough of that documentary. Exactly. Why have you mentioned it, though, Chris? It's horrible. I got slaughtered when I mentioned it last week by a few people. Cross comes in and it's tapped in by Fabrizio Romano, for God's sake. Núñez only 22 as well. Yeah, he is 23 next week as well. But of course, 23, it's nothing, is it? Realistically, he has at least 7, 8 years at the top of his game, hasn't he? And I think, look, it's going to be very, very interesting over the next couple of months to see how he fares and see how Liverpool play as well. That's what I'm most interested in. Of course, I don't think the false 9 is a thing anymore at Liverpool, and I am interested to see how we do change to suit Darwin Núñez and to suit Mo as well, and see how this new line of Liverpool's attack actually goes as well. I'm very excited for the season ahead. Manchester United coming in for Núñez. Núñez would have felt disrespected seeing name of that club. You would have thought, no, I'm not playing Thursday night. To be fair, I love anyone who tells Man United to fuck off. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. Well, I'm not Chris. Sorry, John. I should say anyway. I said John. I said Chris because of Chris's comments. But I apologize, John. No, I absolutely agree with you on that. Anyway, but as far as any other news at the minute, there hasn't been anything. I probably expect some sort of update tomorrow, I would say. I wouldn't think that, of course, I don't think Liverpool will announce it until tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry, Monday afternoon-ish or evening time. But at the minute, it does look like that Liverpool and Benfica are just, just a couple of things away from announcing the deal. Of course, like I did say, and I'll get it back up for you guys now anyway. But Paul Joyce is coming out and reporting that Liverpool and Benfica are £8 million apart in negotiations. Now he is saying, as you can see, that Liverpool trying to pursue Benfica's to accept an upfront fee for Darwin Núñez to closer to £60 million as negotiations continue over the deal. Now, if it was to be 60 million as well, look, I think it'd be a fantastic deal no matter what. But it's going to be interesting, isn't it? To see if, of course, it said there, straight up payment as well, no installments, which I think, realistic. I think that's what Liverpool are trying to work out as well, trying to figure out, because we've obviously done installments with, of course, the likes of Jota, Thiago over the years as well, Ali, Virgil as well. With South Africa, I think Virgil was installments, but of course, if it is up front, judging from the people that we are selling this summer or the summer coming up, I feel like I said earlier on, I was having an old argument on Twitter. With, of course, City fans and, even Anthony as well, because Anthony Salt was coming out if he is watching. No, I'm kidding. But, £3 million, on net spend, you'd look at it. if everything went to plan, obviously Sadio Mane going to Bayern Munich, Neco Williams leaving the club, Taki Minamino, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, if it was to go, then of course it does bring that gap down shorter. And of course Liverpool, we never buy. I think the last 50 or the 60 plus million that we actually signed was actually Virgil. I think no, it wasn't. It was Ali. Sorry, but Liverpool don't spend big every summer. Now I know plenty of people want us to go after Jude Bellingham and so on, but Liverpool don't. Liverpool don't. We spend big one time, and then it's about 6 years later, and then we spend big again. No, I'm kidding, obviously, but Liverpool won't spend another 60-70 million pounds in this window. We won't, but it will be interesting to see as well, what happens, because I think we were talking about it earlier on, but I think next season Jude Bellingham, do you get him on that that pre-deal that we did with Naby? I think so personally, but it will be interesting. Anyway, let me know, guys, your thoughts in the chat down below. We will we'll get a glimpse of Núñez versus Haaland next month, Community Shield. I think Núñez will score more than Haaland. Well, that's the big battle now, isn't it? Will Cater sign new deal? We don't want you to get upset now. We have tissues on standby. Yes, I think Naby will sign a new deal. And Chris, I will be having a box of tissues for you, my friend, when your tears are crying out. Anyway, Núñez has everything: pace, strength, height, and clinical. Yeah, absolutely. His former club confirmed it yesterday also, as they get 20% off the deal. Yeah, they did confirm it yesterday. The president, wasn't it, said that he posted the photo of Núñez in a Liverpool kit, and it was like, how did they announce it first before Liverpool do? Like, how? But the one thing I will say as well, at the minute, nothing else has been said. Nothing. I think we will eventually see. It might even be tomorrow. It might be even tonight. If it is tonight, it is that something does get announced. Of course, we'll go back live, but I think, for me, like I keep saying, I think Monday will be the day. I think Monday afternoonish, Monday evening, once he's in a Liverpool shirt, then I think, of course, things will, escalate. Then the deal will get announced and so on. But, as far as we know, he is flying to Liverpool as we speak. So I know plenty of people were tracking planes and tracking, this, that, and the other today, which was hilarious at times. But as far as we know, he's flying out right now. According to Uruguay's, officials, and that he is flying out now instead of playing. So it will be interesting to see, if we do see him somewhere tomorrow. It will be interesting. I'm not too sure, Connor. I can see one more big signing coming in for 60-70 million. I can't this summer, to be awfully honest with you, John. For me, I think next summer. For it anyway. We will see, Connor, as well, says Chris. And Andrew says 10:30 tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul or Dom break something anyway. But guys, we are going to leave it there for tonight's episode. Anyway, like I did say, if there is anything breaking concerning Darwin Núñez, then we will be live straight away. As it is, we probably won't be live tomorrow neither, because it is just that at the minute. It is just news about, of course, Darwin Núñez and Calvin Ramsay as well. As soon as the deal is done, or anything is breaking or anything like that, we will be back live, no matter when it is, anyway. But of course, any other Liverpool news as well, we'll bring it straight to you anyway. But at the minute, it is just transfer news at the minute. There is actually, I say that, there will be a kit video tomorrow for you guys. I did promise it last week, but of course I was ill last week very, very badly. But it is edited, it is done now. So the kit video will be up tomorrow, hopefully, or if not, it'll be Monday. If we can, judging on what happens anyway, concerning bits and bobs. But if you guys could anyway, please feel free to leave a like on the video. It's very much appreciated as well. If you could hit that subscribe button as well. I think we're still 8 away from 600 subscribers. So if you could, it would be very much appreciated. Hopefully we'll try and bring content every single day on the channel anyway, or over the coming days as well, and hopefully it'll go very, very quickly, and then hopefully next month then football will be back and we don't have to put up any more internationals, because the Nation League, what's the point of it? What is the point of it? Allow the football players to have a break, allow people to go on holiday before a chaotic season starts again, then practically anyway. But John says, enjoy that, Connor, mate. Take care. Thank you, John, for being in the comments, my friend, all the time. Thank you very much, and to you, Chris, as well. With a bit of luck, news about Cater 2, that will be in a couple of weeks, I think, to be honest with you, Chris, while everyone's back at Liverpool anyway. Take care, mate, as well. And as well, Chris says, so who you get on your shirt. Well, to be fair, I heard a little bit of spoilers. I did want Luis Diaz, and I spoke to the guy that does it, and Luis Diaz has been sold out 3 times already this season. So he did say to me, Luis Diaz is the most popular person on people's back on their shirts. So yeah, rule Luis Diaz out now. But there is someone is on my shirt anyway. And no, Chris, it's not Naby anyway, for you anyway. But guys, please take care, please stay safe as well, and all that good stuff. And like I did say, if you could, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Share it out as well. Very much appreciated. Just tag me at the Cup Council. If you tag out the stream, I'll, of course, retweet it and like it as well. And I do very much appreciate all the support on the channel as well. But guys, please stay safe. Please stay well. Hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow with some news about Darwin Núñez. Hopefully, it will be done and completed in the next few days anyway. And hopefully, we can finally say that Darwin Núñez is a Liverpool player anyway. But guys, until next time, that's it. That's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. See you all then. Ta-ra.